Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing the rest of the roll for the Readathon Rebellion, but I wanted to share what I have finished and what I haven't finished. It's been a slow reading month. My daughter was sick for 2 weeks, I was sick, and I got allergies, and it's just kicking my booty. But, so for the first objective was to, I have it in this book, read a book that has 2 points of view. So that was objective 1. I had originally chose Anxious People by Frederick Bachman, but I got my library hold, which was In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. It's the second book in the Love Light Farm series. I'm kind of almost halfway, but you're following Beckett and Evelyn, so it has 2 points of view, and I am reading this. I plan to be done with this weekend. So that was objective 1. I'm keeping that. And then my roll, I rolled a 6, and it was a roadblock, and I got to choose between a couple different choices, and I put Fight My Way Through, which was to read a chunky book, 400 plus page book. And I read the second book, which was Master in the Magician or the Rift War series saga by Raymond F. Feist. And this is a chunky book. This has 2 books in it. So I read the first one in August, and then I read the second one in the beginning of September. And I listened to it on audiobook, and I absolutely loved it. So now we just need to pick the rest of my reads. I figured we're going to do this all in one go and call it good. So let me flip the camera down to the bottom so we can see the board and do my rolls. Alright, here we go. I have my 2 6-sided dice, and I got, I think that's a 6. Yeah, 6-sided die, duh. So 8, we stopped at roadblock. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is another roadblock. You managed to bribe the guard successfully. They tell you that the lock on the silent sector's door is tricky. You have a lockpick in your group, but that's going to take a while. You decide to try and steal the key. Read a book from another challenge. Okay. I'll have to think about that one. Roll number 2 is an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So objective number 2 is, now that you have a team in place, it's time to make a plan. You know the sector is in the hands of the ancestors, but you're not sure where she is currently being held. Send out some of your best hearts to be persuasive and gather information. Social media scroll. Read the first book you come across on your social media of choice. Okay. And then this one we have info gathering. It's important to find out everything you can about the prison. You're sent ahead as a scout to gather information and see how many guards and weapons they have. Read a book ending in an even page number. Okay, let's see if we can roll some more. Another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is info gathering. Another one, okay. Using your abilities is way more fun than homework, but in order to defeat the ancestors, you need to know everything. You need to be fully prepared for what lies ahead. You decide to search the archives for any information on the ancestors and their dungeons. Do as much research as you can before it's time to embark. Read a book you heard about from a council leader's video. Okay, so we'll have to go and watch one of, or go and listen to one of those videos. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I finished the board, but I do have to do the last 2 objectives. So objective number 3 is, you know where she's being held. You now have reliable information on the layout of the dungeon. It's time to go after your leader. Break the specter out and bring her home by any means necessary. Be careful, there may be additional challenges along the way. Read a book with an action word in the title. And you have arrived at the prison and made it inside. After a few roadblocks and challenges, the specter is free from the cell. But can you make it out of the mountain? Read a fast-paced book, open to interpretation. All right, so let me grab my books and I will be right back. Okay, so I found my books. The first one, let me see. What was 2? Okay, so we're gonna do actually I don't even remember. Let's go with the books first. So the first thing was a roadblock. Read a book from another challenge. I am doing by Sweet Tea Reads, I believe it is. I forget her name. But she is doing the bingo board for the Creatures and Cryptids bingo board. I don't know. But this is for another challenge. So the Stolen Kraken is on the bingo board. This is a graphic novel, so I have a feeling this will go by very fast. And I can read this in one day and get it, because that's a library book for me as well. The next one was info gathering and read a book ending in an even page number. I chose Mothman's Curse. So we got Mothman's Curse here, ending in 304. This is a middle grade book, so I have a feeling this will be read pretty quick as well. Just putting my cards back in there. Next, we have, for an objective, read a fast-paced book open to interpretation. In August, I read the first volume of My Girlfriend's Child. And this is a manga. So, yeah. So I plan on reading book number 2. Because I want to finish, or I want to keep reading this series. I'll be able to read that in a day. That was my social media. Okay, so this one, read a book you heard about from a council leader's video. And I have the cover up on my phone here. Mel from Melanor Reads. She is hosting the Readathon Rebellion, but she was doing her TPR game and she didn't know if she was going to be able to read Warrior Princess Assassin by Bridget Creamer. But it is on her list to read. So I'm going to read, because it's on Kindle Unlimited, the Warrior Princess Assassin. It is the first book in the Braided Fate series. So I'm going to read that as on my Kindle. And then for objective number 3, read a book with an action word in the title. And my action word is hunting, and I'm going to read the second book in the Cat and Mouse duet by H.D. Carlton. I'm going to read Hunting Adeline. Again, that is on my Kindle. Oh, yeah, and then we need to scroll. So I'm going to scroll on Instagram here. Ooh, okay, let's see. I'm hoping, so I'm looking at this person. It was the first thing that popped up. It is for the Ultimate Reading Guide for Witchy Books. It's the part 1. I'm going to see if I have anything either from my library checked out right now or anything on my shelves from this. If not, we will move along onto something different because I don't want to have to buy anything. Nope. Okay, so I don't have anything from them. Let's see here. I do have that one. Alright, so from Lit Joy Crate, they had a what type of fall are you, and one of the things that I do have on my TBR, and I do actually own, is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. So I'm going to read The Night Circus for this one, and those are going to be the next books that I, what is this one? Oh yeah, that I read to finish out the Readathon Rebellion for the month, and I'm pretty sure this will keep me busy. So I will see you guys in the next one because I think I'm going to do a wrap up on everything that I do read. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. Bye.